and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. My name is Kitty Behel. We're starting this edition with a top focus. In the Delhi liquor policy case, the court has granted bail to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal has been given bail in the money laundering case linked to the liquor policy in Delhi. It's a big relief for the Delhi Chief Minister. Now, after the court order was passed, the Aam Aadmi Party has also reacted with Raghav Chadha of the Aam Aadmi Party in a tweet saying that the truth can be troubled, but it can't be defeated. That's a tweet on your TV screens. He said it's the victory of justice, it's the victory of truth. And he said, my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Court for granting bail to Arvind Kejriwal ji. We also have reactions coming in, more reactions coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party. Saurabh Bhardwaj has spoken on it. Listen in.
मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की एक लोअर कोर्ट यानी कि राउज एवेन्यू कोर्ट से जमानत मिलना मुझे लगता है ना सिर्फ दिल्ली और आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए, पूरे देश के लिए एक मील का पत्थर साबित होगी। हमारी पूरी न्याय व्यवस्था के अंदर ये फैसला एक बहुत बड़ी मिसाल बनेगा। उसका बड़ा कारण ये है कि पीएमएलए के मामलों में अक्सर ये देखा जा रहा था कि कोई भी राहत अगर किसी को मिलती है तो लोअर कोर्ट से नहीं, हाई कोर्ट से नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाके कोई राहत मिलती है। इससे ये बात पूरे हिंदुस्तान को और मुझे लगता है कोर्ट को साफ हो गई कि इस मामले में कोई भी सबूत केंद्र सरकार के पास नहीं है।
Well, as discrepancies in the NEET and the NET exam have come to fore, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has spoken exclusively to NDTV saying that no guilty person will be spared at any cost. The minister has said that action will be taken against the testing agency if the need arises, and he's also said that he takes full responsibility for what has happened. Well, we also have spoken to some of the students by my colleague Tanish. He's brought this ground report. Listen in.
I'm inside one of the hostels of Lucknow University. Now, in this particular hostel, around 180 students live in this particular hostel, and most of them had left for their home. Only 30 to 35 students remained here to give the NET examination, which unfortunately got cancelled. Now, these were the students who gave NET examination, and we'll try to speak to them and listen to them what are their grievances and how do they feel about government's reaction. Now Dharmendra Pradhan has said that a high level committee will be formed to investigate the matter. आपका नाम?
मेरा नाम निखिल है।
आपने नीट का भी एग्जाम दिया था? नेट
का मैंने एग्जाम दिया था जी, मैंने एग्जाम दिया था नेट का।
तो अब सरकार ने बोला है कि वो हाई लेवल कमेटी बना रही है, लेकिन एग्जाम कैंसिल हो गया है। आपकी तैयारी पे कितना असर पड़ा? मेंटली एक एस्पिरेंट को कितना असर पड़ता है इससे?
बहुत ही ज़्यादा। पहली बात तो ये पूरा प्रोसेस फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग रहा, जिस तरह से एग्ज़ाम को कंडक्ट कराया गया और एग्ज़ाम का पूरा जो इकोसिस्टम होता है उसको पूरी तरह छेड़छाड़ जिस तरह से की गई। हम लोगों ने देखा कि पहली बात तो सेंटर जो हमारे बनाए गए एग्ज़ाम के वो पूरा शहर से एकदम कोसों दूर उसे रखा गया। स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत दिक्कत झेलनी पड़ी अपने अपने सेंटर्स तक पहुँचने में। और लखनऊ का जो टेम्परेचर है, इनफैक्ट पूरे इंडिया में अभी हम देख रहे हैं कि हीट वेव से कितने लोगों को दिक्कत हो रहा है। हमारे फ्रेंड्स, वी हैव रिसीव्ड कॉल्स जहाँ पे हमारे फ्रेंड्स ने ये कहा कि उनके पेरेंट्स को बहुत ही सीवियर तरीके से वो मतलब हीट स्ट्रोक्स आए हैं, बहुत दिक्कत हुई है उन्हें। उसके बाद जब एग्ज़ाम हम लोग देने जाते हैं तो अंदर देखते हैं कि किसी भी तरह की सिक्योरिटी चेकिंग नहीं है, किसी भी तरह की सिक्योरिटी चेकिंग नहीं है। एग्ज़ाम को किसी तरीके से बस करा देना था। और पूरा जब प्रोसेस हुआ, जब एग्जाम दे के स्टूडेंट्स निकले तो उनमें पहले से ही इस चीज को लेके वो रेडी थे कि शायद एक बड़ा फैसला
में डर था एक। लेकिन आपने एक यू रेज्ड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट aspirants gave this exam in this scorching heat, more than 45 degrees, and आपका नाम, you were telling me कि आपकी तबीयत खराब हो गई थी, जरा बताएंगे?
उसी शाम को जब मैं वहाँ से पेपर दे के लौट रहा था तो ऑटो में मुझे उल्टियाँ हो रही थी फिर। अच्छा। और तो मेरी तबीयत बहुत ख़राब हो चुकी थी। कल मैं डॉक्टर को दिखाया हूँ, राकेश गोयल यहाँ बैठते हैं डालीगंज में, उन्होंने मुझे दवा दी है, तो अभी तो मैं ठीक हूँ। पर कल मेरा पूरा दिन मैं यहीं बेड पे पड़ा रहा था यहाँ पे। अच्छा। पूरा दिन ये मैं ORS घोल के पिया हूँ। अरे दवा है मेरी इतनी सारी।
दिस इज द ORS that this person is showing. But हाँ, what happened? क्या हुआ था? आप एग्जाम जब देने गए थे
उनमें पानी की व्यवस्था बहुत कुछ खास नहीं थी, गर्म पानी ही था और पंखा भी कुछ खास चल नहीं रहा था। इतनी गर्मी में उससे काम नहीं चल रहा।
आपका सेंटर कितनी दूर तक, कितना आपको व्हीकल मिला, कितना आपको पैदल जाना पड़ा?
यहाँ से तो 15 किलोमीटर्स था और हमें खुद कैब करके जानी पड़ी थी। और ऑटो तो क्योंकि डायरेक्ट मिलते नहीं हैं, और ऑटो मिलते हैं तो 3-4-5 ऑटो चेंज करके, और इस समय दोपहर में तो मिलते ही नहीं हैं, कम मिलते हैं। और भीड़ भी बहुत थी तो वैसे भी कम ही मिल रहे थे, क्योंकि बहुत से लोग वापस आने वाले भी थे, बहुत से लोग जाने वाले भी थे। तो एक दिन में तो पेपर नहीं होना चाहिए।
ये दवाई आपकी हैं?
ये हमारी दवाई है, इसमें पर्चा।
These are the medicines. This person, of course, fell sick after giving this exam in this NET exam in this heat. और क्या issues हैं आप लोग के? क्या आप एक mentally क्या psychologically क्या फर्क पड़ता है एक aspirant के ऊपर? क्योंकि नेट के जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं उनकी उम्र भी थोड़ी हो जाती है, 24-25 के हो जाते हैं, और घर वालों से एक प्रेशर जरूर रहता है, घर वाले बोले ना बोले।
देखिए, जुल्म की एक इंतहा होती है और जो सरकार चल रही है उस इंतहा को क्रॉस कर रही है। आप देखेंगे कि यहाँ पर सारे छात्र बैठे हैं और हर एक छात्र मायूस है। जो यूजी इसके एनटीए के चेयरमैन जगदीश जी हैं, उनको जल्दी से जल्दी त्यागपत्र देना चाहिए। धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी को जो है अपनी जिम्मेदारी से भागना नहीं चाहिए, अपनी जिम्मेदारी को सुनिश्चित करें। हम लोग जितनी तैयारी किए थे फिर से तैयारी शुरू करेंगे नई सिरे से। पेपर पता नहीं कब हों, दोबारा फिर पेपर होंगे, फिर हम लोग सेंटर पर जाएंगे।
अनबोलिज हुई है, दुर्घटना हुई, उसको हमें स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा। हम उससे भागते नहीं है, उसकी जिम्मेवारी भी लेते हैं। देखिए, मैं आज ए पेरेंट, एज ए सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज ऑफ एजुकेशन, मैं आज स्टूडेंट्स की मन की पीड़ा को मैं समझता हूँ और मैं भी दायित्व लेता हूँ, मैं भी चिंतित हूँ। और ये डेमोक्रेसी है, उनकी मन की बात को समझना पड़ेगा, उनको सुनना पड़ेगा। कि मेरे आज चिंता कुछ नहीं है, मेरे लाखों विद्यार्थियों की मन स्थिति ठीक रहे, कोई अफवाह, कोई झूठ, कोई तनाव उनको प्रभावित ना करे। इसलिए मैं इस सेक्टर के इंचार्ज के नाते मैं आज राजनीतिक भाषा नहीं बोलना चाहता। मेरे दायित्व है सभी की मन ठीक रहे, सबकी विश्वास बना रहे। देश एक डेमोक्रेटिक देश है, उसमें आस्था और विश्वास से देश चलती है। और भरोसा रखिए, अभी ये सरकार आप ही के हैं, आप ही के लिए प्रतिबद्ध समर्पित है। हम कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेंगे आपको सुरक्षित रखने के लिए, आपके मन को समझने के लिए।
That's the promise by the Union Education Minister that the guilty is going to be punished and the strong action will be taken. Meanwhile, amid allegations of irregularities in the NEET exam, there's a fresh twist with the arrest of 4 men in Bihar who claim that they were involved in the paper leak, with one student even claiming that he received the exam paper the night before the exam. Now, the Bihar Deputy Chief Minister has claimed that Tejashwi Yadav's close aide is linked to the leak.
A major twist in the NEET saga. After an aspirant from Bihar gave out this confession to the Bihar police, admitting he received a set of questions the day prior to the exam, and that exact questions were asked in the exam the next day.
This revelation has put a major dent in the claims of the National Testing Agency and the Union Education Ministry, who all along claimed that there was no paper leak and that the sanctity of the exam was not compromised.
2 of the 4 men arrested from Bihar were alleged kingpins of the paper leak and told aspirants they could leak the question paper of any competitive exam, and that it would cost 30 to 32 lakh rupees for each aspirant to clear NEET.
We are relying on their input and we have sought detailed input. काफी उन्होंने information मांगी है, NT ने share किया है. Ministry has also sought detailed information from them. Once we receive the detailed input from Bihar police, we will take action, and that action will be completely commensurate to the input which they provide.
ये डिटेल है उनका।
Bihar's NEET tangle has taken a political turn and triggered a tussle between the BJP, part of the Nitish Kumar government, and the opposition RJD. The state's Deputy Chief Minister today claimed the alleged paper leak had an RJD and Tejashwi Yadav connection.
इनका और कई रिपोर्ट है मैसेज वाला जो यहाँ से भेजा गया है, और हमारे पदाधिकारी सिकंदर कुमार के नाम से बुक करा के अनुराग यादव को ठहरवाया। ये सिकंदर कुमार जो नीट परीक्षा के अभ्यर्थी को
परीक्षा में धांधली की जो विषय आई है,
The RJD has called the allegations baseless and an attempt to divert the attention from the Modi government's own failure to protect the interest of students.
देश के प्रधानमंत्री और देश के शिक्षा मंत्री 25 लाख बच्चों के गुनहगार हैं। 25 लाख बच्चे जो नीट की धोखाधड़ी से प्रभावित हुए हैं वो गुनहगार हैं। धर्मेंद्र प्रधान क्लीन चिट देते हैं।
For now, the NEET mess does not seem to be ending anytime soon. With Ishika in Delhi, this is Maria Sharif.
All right, we'll keep an eye on the developments on that big story that we continue to track. Meanwhile, some more news. Over 35 people belonging to Kalakurchi district in Tamil Nadu died following consumption of illicit alcohol. Dozens more are being treated in the hospitals. Police have registered a case against a suspected bootlegger and detained 2 more people. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has ordered a probe by a retired High Court judge, and the opposition AIDMK and BJP have blamed the government for their alleged failure.
A pall of gloom in Karunapuram village. 24 of the 39 who have died consuming illicit liquor are from here. This mother lost her son.
அங்க தூக்கிட்டு போனவனே அங்க போதேக்கறான் ஒன்னும் பார்க்க முடியாதுமா நாங்க இங்கெல்லாம் பார்க்க மாட்டோம் நீங்க கூட்டு கொண்டு போங்க அப்படின்ட்டாங்க தூக்கி அங்க போனவனே
At least 100 people are being treated in hospitals. They are battling breathlessness, loss of vision and experiencing excruciating pain. This is the second such tragedy in 2 years. Last year 22 were killed consuming methanol. And the state government seems to have learnt no lessons. The SP and several police officers have been suspended. The collector transferred. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin says he would clamp down with an iron hand. But the big question, is it too little, too late? The 3 suspected bootleggers arrested are history sheeters, accused of selling illicit liquor in the past. The police are on the lookout for the alleged kingpin, Chinnadurai, who allegedly supplied distilled rack. The opposition has demanded the resignation of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, alleging collusion of ruling DMK cadre, besides blaming the police and intelligence failure.
இவ்வளவு உயிர்கள் இன்றைக்கு போவதற்கு காரணம் இவ்வளவு மரணங்கள் ஏற்படுவதற்கு காரணமாக இருந்த நிர்வாக திறமையற்ற முதலமைச்சர் திரு ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் ராஜினாமா செய்ய வேண்டும். அதுதான் பொருத்தமா இருக்கும்.
We are demanding as a mark of respect to the 40 lives lost, close 1000 Tasmak shops tomorrow as a mark of respect and start a phase-wise prohibition.
M.K. Stalin did not visit the affected communities, but deployed ministers including his son Udayanithi. Calling this painful and sad, he assured a crackdown and announced a one-man commission to inquire. The Home Secretary and the DGP are expected to submit a report in 2 days. 39 lives lost. Call it addiction or intelligence failure. The sale of liquor by Tamil Nadu government fetches a revenue of 40,000 crore every year. This indicates the level of alcohol addiction. In the past, the DMK had argued total prohibition would open the floodgates of illicit liquor. But now the big question, is it time to have a relook at its alcohol policy? In Kalakurchi, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find the TV.
Well, we'll get you more on that. Meanwhile, some more news now. BJP's key leader from Odisha, Bhartrihari Mahatab, has been appointed the pro tem speaker by President Draupadi Murmu. The 7-time MP from Cuttack had moved to the BJP ahead of the election after years with Naveen Patnaik's BJD. He had expressed displeasure of the party's functioning. Well, the name of Mehtab and D. Purandeshwari, who's the chief of BJP's Andhra Pradesh unit, were doing the rounds for the speaker's post, which was being earlier eyed by allies Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar as well. Now, the post of pro tem speaker, which is a temporary one, traditionally goes to the senior most member of the parliament, who later administers oath to Prime Minister's Council of Ministers and other MPs till a speaker is appointed. Now, politics has also erupted with the Congress party hitting out at the government. K.C. Venugopal in that tweet has said, in yet another attempt at destroying parliamentary norms, Bhartrihari Mehtab has been appointed the pro tem speaker, superseding Kodikunil Suresh. Manikam Tagore also has tweeted saying that 7th-term BJP MP is chosen as pro tem speaker of Lok Sabha over senior most Dalit MP Kodikunil Suresh of the Congress. What are the minister's intentions? All right, with that, it's time for a short break here. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back after the break. With Chandrababu Naidu now back at the helm in Andhra Pradesh, the focus is back on his dream capital, Amaravati. The Chief Minister visited the town, which was abandoned after he went out of power. Naidu inspected the roads, buildings, courts and other structures to take stock of how the abandoned structures had turned decrepit in the last 5 years.
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu paying obeisance at the place where the foundation was laid for the building of Amaravati almost 10 years ago. Holy soil and water was brought here from everywhere, including by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
సాక్షాత్తు ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు పార్లమెంట్ దగ్గర మట్టిని పార్లమెంట్ సాక్షిగా సంఘీభావాన్ని తెలియజేయడానికి యమునా జలాలు తీసుకొచ్చి వారు కూడా సంఘీభావాన్ని తెలియజేశారు. నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది ఆ మహిమే ఈ రోజు మనల్ని కాపాడిందని.
Naidu inspected the roads, buildings, including quarters for MLAs, officers, courts and other structures to take stock of how the abandoned structures had turned decrepit in the last 5 years and to draw out detailed plans for the road ahead for Andhra's dream capital.
5 సంవత్సరాలు ఎక్కడ వేసిన మట్టి అక్కడే ఉంది. వీరైతే వీళ్ళు చేసిన పని విధ్వంసం చేసి.
At this site of debris and destruction stood Praja Vedika, built 10 years ago by Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu at a cost of 8.9 crore rupees as a venue for meetings. In 2019, then Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy had demolished it, calling it an illegal structure. Now, Naidu wants to preserve this as a symbol of destructive governance.
ఎవరైనా ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయితే జరిగేదంతా కూడా ఒక మంచి కార్యక్రమంతో ప్రజల్ని మెప్పు తెచ్చుకోవడం కోసం పనిచేస్తారు. ప్రజా వేదిక కూల్చి అక్కడి నుంచి పరిపాలన ప్రారంభించాడు.
10 years after bifurcation, Andhra Pradesh is still without a capital, largely because of politics about where it will be located, Amaravati or a 3-capital plan. But with the massive mandate and the leverage with the centre, the people of Andhra Pradesh would hope that this time the capital for the state would be a reality earliest. With camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Some more news now. Prime Minister Modi met the congressional delegation from the US in the national capital. The congressional delegation from the US had earlier met with the Dalai Lama at his residence in Himachal's Dharamshala, which had also angered Beijing. Now, NDTV spoke to the US delegation head Michael McCall. Listen into what he said.
We have with us Senator McCall. He was the leader of the delegation that visited India to meet the Dalai Lama. We will ask him a few questions. Do you think the visit was successful, Mr. McCall?
I think it was a great success in terms of the Tibetan people in Dharamshala who welcomed us with very warm hearts. It was a great sign of showing of support from the American people to Tibetans, even though their land has been taken by Communist China. Their spirit still survives. And our meeting with the Dalai Lama was very strong, very positive.
So, what is your message to China now that you must have heard they have commented on your visit? What is your message to them?
My message is do not destroy the culture of these people, their religion, their culture, who they are. Every people and country have the right to self-determination. So the bill that we passed in Congress basically says it's the policy of the United States to let the people of Tibet determine their fate and their future. And I think that's very important.
In extension of that comment that you just made, do you think there's hope for Tibetan people?
I do. I know the Dalai Lama believes that he can negotiate with the Chinese Communist Party. I have some reservations about that. But I think our trip obviously got on the CCP's radar to send a strong message that the United States stands with the people of Tibet in this issue, and that Tibet has never been a part of China. And that's just a lie. I mean, Tibet's never been a part of China. I think the CCP sends the disinformation, which is in our bill as well, to appoint a representative to deal with the disinformation that spread the lie that Tibet was never an independent nation, which it has been.
Since it was a bipartisan visit, how do you think both the parties got together on this contentious topic?
This is a hugely popular issue in the United States Congress. It passed bipartisan, unanimously out of committee, unanimously on the House floor and Senate, and the president's going to get ready to sign it. So I think this sends a really one voice with one nation, the United States of America, behind the people of Tibet. We heard from these two young women who escaped the Chinese prisons that they were put in because they were simply trying to flee the oppression in Tibet. It was a very strong and powerful story about the abuses by the Chinese Communist Party, whether it's the Uyghur Muslims or the Tibetans. Human rights are very important to the people of the United States, and that's why we stand with Tibet.
Thanks a lot for speaking with us, Mr. McCall.
Thank you.
Well, with that, it's time to wrap this edition. More news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.